So why don't we have a bit of a summer challenge, like a self-development challenge where you challenge yourself to do something that's either going to develop your mind, your body, your spirit, your relationship with others, your emotional intelligence, something that's going to challenge you, but also have fun. And I thought what I would do in 2 sessions, I would give you some ideas to help you challenge and have a brilliant summer and really enjoy this summer of 2022. So I've come up with 22 ideas. Now, I'm not going to talk about all of them today. I'll talk about 11 of them today and then 11 of them next week. And you may have noticed in shot on the corner here, there's a big bottle of water. That's one of the things I'm going to be talking about. I don't want you to think I've just been lazy and left my bottle of water in shot there. Now, how lazy of me to do that. I'm going to be talking about that. So let's talk about something that let's talk about something that you can start this summer. Let's think about a formula of how we can work together on this. So firstly, think about what you want to do. What's your intention? What do you want to start? Something that you know that is going to improve your mind, body and spirit, etc. over the summer of 22. Let's say up to the 1st of September. So what's your intention? And be clear on why do you want to do it. So I'll talk about some of mine that are on this list and I will go through this process. Then think about how you're going to do it. What tips, what techniques, what strategies can you use? What actions are you going to take? And then how are you going to review what you've been doing to make sure it's sticking? Because this is all about building a habit, isn't it? And checking on whether that habit is being built. How you're going to use your time and who you can get help from. Okay, so I'll run through that again. What's your intention? State your intention. Think about all the tips, the strategies that you could use. What specific actions are you going to take to help you do it? And these are little simple actions, not big ones. We're not talking about goal setting here, folks. We're not talking about I want to lose weight, or I want to be able to write a book, or I want to be able to do this and that. Take these little ideas and see how you can build on them. And we're going to review what we're doing, think about how we use our time and invest our time, and then ask for help if we need it. Simple little ways to think about it. So here are some of the things I've thought about. Here's the first 11. So number 1 is drink more water. So I was inspired by a good friend of mine who's in Team 17 and in How to Be Brilliant here, Dave Rogers. Dave Rogers wrote this fantastic book, Fueled, Fit and Fired Up, and it's all about unleashing the power of a healthy life. And I know that I need to drink more water. So that's my first one, drink more water. Now, why do I need to drink more water? Well, we all know the benefits of water, don't we? And we know it's good for your skin, we know it's good for your insides, we know it's for hydration, we know it makes your brain think better and it feeds your brilliant brain. We just know water is great, and it relieves a lot of things, and it's a natural thing we should be doing. And we're made up of water, aren't we? And we've all heard those things. So there's my reasons why. Now, I don't drink a lot of water. So I was inspired by Dave, and Dave basically said, we need to be drinking at least 2 of these a day, even more, depending on your weight and your exercise and the weather outside. So I've committed to, this is what I'm doing, committed to drinking more water. So the first thing I thought to myself is, what do I do now and what do I know about water? Well, I know I've got these little glasses in my house. These little glasses are about 6 little glasses equal one of those. So I know I've got to drink 6 of these times 2, 12. So I thought, right, okay, what simple little tips and strategies could I do? So the first tip and strategy that I have, and when I talk about drinking water, I always have a sip. Cheers. So there's a strategy. Every time I have a sip of water, I cheers someone. So there's another strategy. I know that this is now what I've got to drink. I've got to drink at least 12 of these a day. So I went out and bought one of these. One of these is 3 of those. So I know if I drink 4 of those, I'm going to drink 2 of these. Now, why is he talking? You're thinking, why is he talking about bottles and all this nonsense? It's because now I've got a goal that's set in my mind, haven't I? Or an intention to drink 2 of these a day. Now, the thing is how to make it simple. So what I've done is I have a glass like this by my fridge, which has one of those fountains. And I take a glass of water every time I go in the kitchen. I've had 4 so far this morning. So when I made my coffee, glass of water. When I had breakfast, glass of water. I put some washing in the washing machine, glass of water. I took some washing out of the washing machine to hang on the line, glass of water. I've already now had 4 of these, and I'm nearly on to my 5th. What else could I do to make it simple? Well, think about eating foods that are rich with water. Fruits and veggies, cucumber, tomatoes, etc. to increase my water. How am I going to make sure it happens? Well, obviously I've got to put in things in place to make it happen and make it easier. Break those barriers down. Just make it easy for yourself. If you don't like the taste of water, and I don't think it has a taste, but anyway, a little bit of lime, a little bit of lemon. No sugar, no nothing, no fruit drinks or anything like that, just water. Just make it easier for yourself and challenge yourself to see if you can drink more water this summer. Now, what I need to do is review it. So how will I know each day that I've drank my quotient of water? Well, firstly, I would have drank 2 of these. And I leave these, there's 1 in the fridge all the way, so it's cold. One of the tactics and tips I've thought is having 1 of these in the car and just sip away as I'm doing it and carry it with me. So you can see all the actions and all the simple techniques I'm starting to build. And what I suggest you do with these ideas is perhaps pick 1 and write down 10 ideas of how you're going to do it over the summer. And maybe, or share them with the group, right? Share them with the group. Tell people or show people how you're building on these strategies and these ideas that you could use over the summer period to challenge yourself. This summer challenge of building good habits. So there's my first one, drinking water. So I'm asking you help. Can I have some help, please, in the group? Pop down in the chat ideas now of how you can help me drink more water and meet my intention of 2 or 3 of these a day. Please help me out. Please help out. And if you need help from the group or on wherever you're watching, pop it down. All this is good help for each other. So that's number 1. Number 1 idea. And by the way, you don't do all 22. Just pick 1 or 2, right? For the summer, not 22. So number 1 was drink water. Number 2. Now this was influenced by a really good friend of mine as well, Fiona. Fiona, you've seen her in the group. She sings in the group. She posts brilliant pictures of Millie, her dog. And she's fantastic. And she brings the joy. So number 2 for me is, why don't you try and develop a habit or a challenge that every day you look for the joyful moments in life? Look for the joyful moments in life. Write them down in a journal so you don't forget, or on a spreadsheet, or on your notes, or on your phone. So yesterday, I had a great day yesterday. Saturdays for me is usually a quiet day when I do great things. We went for a fantastic walk yesterday, an amazing walk. And I thought, right, I'm going to find 5 things on this walk that give me joy. And I saw them when I started to look at them. I started to see kids smiling. I started to see families out with other people. I started to see a bookstore that was lovely. We had a lovely breakfast. So they filled with my joy. So there's number 2, joy. What about number 3? How about reading more? Could you commit to read more every day? How could you do that? Do you have a book by your bedside? Do you block out 20 minutes every day to just get a book and read it? Do you challenge yourself to read 20 pages? Simple little things. What about audiobooks? Could you use audiobooks more when you're in the car? So we've done drinking water, we've done practice seeking joy, we're reading more. Number 4 for the challenge idea. Again, you're not to do all 22. The idea is that you just pick 1. When you take a class, have you ever tried to do oil painting? What about a bit of Zumba, a bit of exercise? Horse riding? Summer's a great time to try new things because there's lots of activities out there. Why don't you go on to Facebook? And Facebook has this thing about what's in your area. Why don't you try something completely new? Try a new passion. Try something that you really enjoy or something you really want to rekindle. Making jigsaws, making Lego. but take a class in it. I don't know whether you can take a class in making jigsaws or Lego, but anyway, take a class, go on the internet. There's free classes on the internet. On LinkedIn they have free classes, or go to a local church that perhaps, or other place, or that has a class. Go and learn something new this summer. Next one. Okay, I've forgotten how much we're up to now. Try in a 24-hour period not to criticize anyone or anything. Oh, it's a tough one, this one, isn't it? But why don't you challenge yourself over the summer of 22 to not criticize anyone or yourself or anything? And you know what? If you do criticize something, make a mistake and then just resolve. The next 24 hours are coming up. Start over and see if you can do it. It is a hard one, but have a go at it. Have a go of it. It really does change your emotions and your mental state and what you're doing. Eat. Next one is eat more colourful fruit and veggies. As I said, I was out yesterday and we went into a brilliant shop that had all these amazing vegetables that I've not tried. So we bought 3 different vegetables that we've never tried and fruits, and we're going to have them today. Try and make your diet colourful. Try and eat the rainbow. I think I heard Dean say, eat the rainbow. Okay, try and eat the rainbow as much as you can. Fill yourself up with the best things that give you energy, because usually if they've got colour, it means that they're full of energy. Next idea, and I will run through these towards the end. Declutter a space. Why don't you pick a space this summer to completely declutter? Have a good old tidy out. Pull everything out, clean it down, maybe paint it, and then refresh it. And don't put things in that space that don't belong. Recycle them, give them away. Why don't you have a go at decluttering a space? So we've done drink water. We've done joy. Read more. Take a class. Don't criticize, or try not to criticize. Eat the rainbow and declutter a space. 4 more left. Why don't you laugh more? Why don't you try and find opportunities to laugh more? Watch a funny movie. Or go and giggle with someone and tell a joke. Why don't you tell a joke a day on the internet? Why don't you laugh more? Brighten up, have fun, okay? A little humour into your life. Try those deep belly laughs. Those deep belly laughs are really good. Now, I'm not going to laugh out loud here on this internet, but try and smile more. Lift your head and smile. That's a really good motivator. What about some challenge to unplug? Right? How much time do you spend connected to your phone? Why don't you resolve to try and switch off your phone for a day? Or spend less time being plugged in? Summertime is a great time to do that. Leave your phone at home. Why don't you try it? Why don't you monitor and review? As I've said, don't forget a review is a good part of this. Why don't you review how much time you are spending connected to the internet or to Twitter, and what you're doing on Twitter? Are you swiping your life away? Are you liking your life away? And it's great if you're liking, and if you're watching me now, like and comment, that's fantastic. But how much time do you spend consuming the internet and consuming other people's ideas? Why don't you resolve to this summer as a challenge to unplug yourself a bit? Spend less time on the internet, or less time watching the TV, less time watching things in boxes. Go outside, go for a walk. Number 10, try a new cuisine, try a new food. Why don't you pick a food type from around the world and over the next month cook 4 different foods from that region of the world? Or why don't you try a different type of cooking? Why don't you try and make 4 vegan meals? Look at the fruits and the veggies that you can use. Why don't you challenge yourself maybe to make cheaper foods? Could you look at your food costs and see if you can do it any cheaper? And I know there's pressures with a lot of us at the moment with food costs and various things. So see if you can challenge yourself. See if you can pick 10 ingredients and make 5 meals out of them, perhaps. And the last one, and I'm going to give some ideas about this one, is number 11, which is getting up earlier. Could you get up earlier every day? Maybe your intention is to get up earlier to enjoy the day, and your tactics you're going to use, you're going to set an alarm, and you'll put your alarm clock in a different room so it wakes you up, you have to get out of bed. You're going to put your clothes right next to your bed so you jump up, or you're going to have a fabulous cup of coffee as soon as you get up, or you're going to open those curtains and you're going to let the sun come in. And you're going to do Mel Robbins' the 5 4 3 2 1 technique, where she says, right, I'm in bed, 5 4 3 2 1, out of bed. Okay, jump out of bed, and think of all the strategies, and if you've got any great ideas for this, pop these in the group as well. So just to recap here, we're going to have a summer challenge. And the summer challenge is to start building up a small habit that improves and invests in your mind, your body, your spirit, your emotions, and your relationships with other people. I've given you 11 ideas. Pick one. I'd be really interested in the chat to see how you do. And don't forget to share the ideas that you've got to help people. So here are the 11 ideas. Once again, pick one. It's just an idea to get our summer going. Number 1 is drink more water. Cheers. Thanks, Dave. See, I've done it again. Cheers. Practice seeking joy. Find moments of joy in your day. Write them down so you don't forget. Number 3 is read more. Grab a book. Go out and grab a book and read 20 pages a day. Number 4, take a class. Try something new and different. Number 5, eat as many colourful things as you can. Fruits and veggies. By the way, Starburst does not count. All right? Fruit and veggies, different colours. Fill yourself up with the good things. Where are we up to? I think we're up to 6, aren't we? Declutter your space. Laugh more. Unplug yourself from those squares, those boxes. Try a new food and cuisine, and maybe get up earlier and enjoy the day and enjoy the summer. Now, I realise some of our viewers here are watching from all around the world, and it might not be summer, it might be winter, but you can still do them. It doesn't have to be summer to do this. Why not challenge yourself for the next 30 days, perhaps, on some of these things? So I hope you've enjoyed that. Our next session will be the next 11 challenges that you can consider for the summer.